I've been feeling a little guilty. Over the last year or so, I've kind of neglected Sling TV. I haven't been watching it all that closely. And so I thought now would be a good time to take another look at it, since over the last year, things have changed a little bit. Of course, they also look very much the same, right? Sling is still Sling, orange and blue and all that stuff. But yeah, now would be a good time to take another look. Is Sling TV worth the price, or is it worth it to go with one of the more expensive cable replacements, or maybe one of the free ones? We'll talk about all that today. We'll go over what it costs, what kind of channels you can expect from it, the DVR situation, and how it stacks up against its competition. So, Sling TV, let's dive in. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me today. If you like what we do here on this channel, if you find this video helpful or entertaining or whatever, then go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and come in every Friday for the live streams that I do right here on this channel at about 2 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you there. First things first, let's talk about cost. That is usually the first thing that we're going to ask is what's it going to cost me to get a service like Sling? Well, the price did go up in January of this year, and so the price now for either the orange or the blue package is going to be $35 a month. If you go for the orange plus blue package, then you do get a discount there, $50 for both instead of $70. There are a few things you can add on to that price, but for now, let's just focus on the DVR. There is a $5 DVR add-on that you can do optionally. You can also go with the free DVR, but more about that in just a moment. Bottom line is that for base price at least, if you want to get the full suite of Sling channels, it'll cost you $50, which is less than what you would pay over on YouTube TV or Hulu Live, both of which go for $65 a month to start. As for the channels you get, this is a much tougher part to review because some people care about certain channels and other people don't, or they care about different channels, whatever. Anyway, Sling bills it this way. If you go with the blue package, you're getting a better news and entertainment situation. If you go with orange, then that's more for sports. So how accurate is this? Well, it's pretty accurate, I guess, as far as it goes. Over on the blue, like I said, news and entertainment, they do have all three cable news networks. So Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN. And outside of news, they do have a few networks that you won't find on the orange package. And blue carries local Fox and NBC affiliates in some markets. Not mine, unfortunately. Now, orange, they say, is for sports, which makes sense because they have the ESPN networks over on the orange side. Now, the blue side, I should go back and say that the blue side does have Fox Sports, and so they kind of split those two, right? So you can get sports on the blue, and you can get news on the orange as well. CNN is on the orange network, just not the other two cable news networks. So is it a clean divide, orange for sports and blue for news? No, it's not, but they're just kind of trying to give you a guideline to say if you're more into this, then go this direction. Now, once you pop into Sling TV, you'll see the channel guide here. There's a few other menus, but let's look at the channel guide. One thing that might be confusing is why aren't these channels combined in the channel guide? If you flip through, it'll tell you Sling Blue starts here, and then it'll list all of the channels. Then when you get down to Sling Orange, it's going to repeat a bunch of those channels that are shared between the two services. Why is that? Well, I think it's because with the blue networks, you can get 3 simultaneous streams. That's another difference between the two packages. So with orange, you can only have 1 simultaneous stream going. So if you sign up and share your password with a friend, or if you have 2 TVs in the house, you can't be watching more than 1 stream of, say, ESPN. But you could be watching 3 simultaneous streams of a Fox Sports network. In addition to the live TV channels that you get in the guide, they also have some on-demand content that you can flip through as well. But it is a pretty decent on-demand library, and you can also go into the rental section. So Sling TV isn't just about replacing your cable with those live TV channels. They do give you a few other things that you can do on here as well. Not bad. Now let's talk about the DVR situation. You're going to find the DVR in the My TV section of Sling TV. And here's how it works. Now, the DVR went up in January along with the price, but in this case, it was a good thing. It used to be that you could get 10 hours of DVR recording for free with 50 hours for an additional $5. Now that $5 gets you quite a bit more. Now with the free DVR, you get 50 hours. And if you pay that $5, you're gonna get 200 hours. Now that brings it more in line with Hulu Live's DVR, but they both still lag behind YouTube TV, which, yeah, it's got the best DVR in the business right now. Speaking of Hulu Live and YouTube TV, let's talk about how Sling fares against the competition. So like I said earlier, the base price is going to be better on Sling even when you combine the orange and blue packages. So you don't have to pay quite as much. And if you opt for just one, orange or blue, then yeah, you can really bring that price down to $35 a month. A lot cheaper than the $65 you would pay for one of the other two. But as they say, you get what you pay for. So you're gonna get a much lower channel count on Sling than you do on the others, about half the channels. So even if you get those combined packages, orange plus blue, you're only getting about half the channels that you would on the other services. Now, some people might find that frustrating, others might find it liberating. Who cares? I don't watch that many channels anyway. I just need this or that or the other, and I'm happy. But hey, that's up to you. Now, that is against the other paid providers, Hulu Live and YouTube TV, but what about free providers like Pluto or Stir, something like that? Well, this is pretty interesting because if we go back to the Sling guide, the channel guide, then you go all the way to the bottom, you're actually gonna find a bevy of additional channels that they don't really advertise on their website, and these are the channels, the free channels that you would get with something like Pluto. So Sling is using those to kind of fill out its channel lineup. I thought that was pretty interesting to see. It kind of honestly speaks to the quality of those free services like Pluto or Stir or what have you. But what's our conclusion here? Well, as a total cable replacement, it's good, but it's not as good as what you would get with its competitors Hulu Live, YouTube TV, or Fubo. Those are all better as far as pure cable replacements, getting all of the stuff that you used to get with cable or satellite. So yeah, Sling is maybe not quite as good as those others, but it is still good. And it is a cheaper way to go. So if you're really only in it for one or two channels, say you really want to get ESPN or Fox Sports or both, then this is going to be a cheaper way to do that. If you're going for just a ton of channels, yeah, maybe not so much. But if you're laser focused and you know exactly what you want and it's here on Sling, then especially with the addition of the new DVR where you get 200 hours, it's a lot more attractive than maybe the other two because yeah, you can get it for cheaper. However, if you're looking for a cable replacement because you just want the TV noise in your house, you want some entertainment, you want to be able to channel surf a little bit, then I might recommend looking at some of those free services that I mentioned. In fact, I just did a review of Pluto TV. I really liked it, and it's all free. Really, what I think is that with live TV generally, with these paid services, it's really just about the sports, at least for me. For you, maybe it's about the news. But with a lot of these other networks that you find on Sling, you're gonna get these in other places for even cheaper. You may not get live feeds the same way you do here, but if you're looking for AMC, you can go sign up for AMC Plus. If you're looking for the Food Network or TLC, something like that, go sign up for Discovery Plus for $5 a month. But if it's about having access to the ESPN channel, the live channel, then yeah, this is going to be a good way for you to go. Anyway, that's my take. Tell me what you think. If you're a heavy Sling user, I'm interested to hear what your experience has been over the last year. Do you feel like it's gotten better or worse? Or if you're thinking about signing up, tell me what you like and don't like about it. If you have any other questions, hit those comments, let me know, and we can hash it out down there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join me on those Friday live streams. We do games, we do quizzes, we do giveaways, it's Q&As. It's all a lot of fun. I hope you'll be there. I'll see you next time.